we talked a little bit about All-Star stuff yesterday, but I did enjoy Jaylen Brown practically demanding an All-Star game here in our city.
It was really nice because Jaylen is like a Bay Area guy because he went to Cal and he's very proud of that, and he does a lot of stuff out there off the court. And so he was saying a lot of nice things about the Bay. And then when they asked him about where would you want the All-Star game and about getting it to Boston, he said something along the lines, I'm going to paraphrase, of like, yeah, I think it would be like there wouldn't be empty seats here. It's a bit of an elbow.
It's been 61 years since there was an NBA All-Star game in Boston, which seems kind of ridiculous.
Well, so there are rules, I believe, around the All-Star game because it's not just the game itself. As we know, it's the whole weekend. And these rules are so esoteric. They're so random. It's like you have to have an expo center that's a certain square footage, and the expo centers that currently exist in Boston are just a little bit short of that, including the one in the Seaport, to which I'd say, okay, there's like 4 hotels across the street from that expo center because it's an expo center.
Can we get a waiver or something
overflow
like
into one of the ballrooms. These should not be if you want to get more attention on All-Star Weekend, put it in a city that is one of the tent poles of the league, which is Boston.
Also, add a little bit more space. Like, there's plenty of room off the back of that expo center. You and I live very close to it, and just add more. If they're just short, it's like, and I'm with you because Jaylen Brown, love him, but everybody is always like, he hates Boston, hates Boston, hates Boston. For him to say that, it was a clear indicator that he does not hate it here.
He knows that the city has juice when it comes to basketball, and that they would come out for an All-Star game.
Right.
Like, the city does love basketball.
Hopefully by that time it'll be Team USA versus the world.
Yes.
But that'd be pretty cool if they could have it here.
If there's such a demand for basketball here, what do you feel about Donnie Wahlberg bringing a WNBA team?
I love it. I think they're striking at exactly the right time. I know that there's a similar proposal in St. Louis, and Jason Tatum talked about that, being a St. Louis guy at the All-Star game. I think it would just be so cool. You see the Connecticut Sun attracting a lot of fan attention and
define a lot.
Okay, I know. It's a growing league is the point.
Yes.
And
they're going to play in I think at FanWise at our court at Echelon. But
nice, Frank. Again, it's a growing league.
Like, I understand it's growing.
It's been growing for 30 years.
I like.
It's like soccer.
You're gonna act like it's not growing in a different way with the Caitlin Clark phenomenon.
It is, but you feel like there's been comments. Caitlin Clark's never going to make enough money than what she's worth. Like, she's such a good basketball player. The WNBA can't afford her.
Well, the league always loses money, so that's the biggest issue, right? The league, the WNBA lost, 40 or 50 million last season. So it's hard for you to say somebody needs to be paid more when your league is losing money.
Right, but I agree with that, but she's also, let's not pretend like she's not the catalyst as to why it's not just the WNBA. The attention on women's college basketball has just exploded in recent years. If they can keep that momentum going, and it's on the league and it's on the college game to keep that momentum going and support the stars that fans feel compelled to watch, then you've got something different working.
Like, the interest in women's NCAA basketball does not translate to the pros.
And I watch Unrivaled. Unrivaled is not doing anything. Even the NCAA women's basketball, fans still like it, but
they don't have the drama.
There's no drama there.
Yeah.
You know, Juju Watkins is a tremendous player for USC. And there's no real drama there with the players. The biggest drama that we heard about was South Carolina playing the girl, what's her name, from LSU.
I mean, we're not even a March Madness
No,
yet.
I know
what's
that.
the
but
drama going on with NCAA men's?
No, college men's basketball. I agree with you. I just feel like it's going to be very difficult because you want to, like you said, sustain some of that. It might have been cool. I was hoping that she played an Unrivaled maybe to play and kind of keep some of that momentum going. But now it's like, all right, we got to wait till the next season of the WNBA.
I'm not going to pretend like there's not major challenges to women's basketball.
Right.
I just think that it's cool that you get a high-profile person locally like Donnie Wahlberg and a group that's trying to push for that to have a place in Boston. That's awesome to me.
But the biggest issue for women's sports is that women, by and large, don't support it.
Yeah, like Wiggy's probably the biggest supporter I know. Like Wiggy watches a decent amount of women's basketball.
Right.
So.
And the
because of the drama.
And the no, I don't. I actually like watching women's college basketball.
OnlyFans models that sometimes.
Yeah, I also don't. I wouldn't paint with such a broad brush. I think that somebody like Serena Williams has generations of fans at this point. My friends who are into tennis, male and female, single, like, just she's the best. You know, it's not even a conversation.
Complete non sequitur, just for a minute, because you brought up OnlyFans. Did you see did you see what the average creator on OnlyFans makes?
No, and I don't want to know because do
want to know.
So enticing every time.
No, you do.
Enticing?
Yeah, like I wouldn't be having sex, but
it's the whole thing is except for like 5 people. It's an absolute joke.
Oh, it's a scam.
Variety did this whole thing. They got all the data. The average creator on OnlyFans. Any guesses? A year.
Okay, a year. I'll guess.
Yeah.
$630.
I bet lower. I bet now if you present it like that, I bet we're looking at like $123.
$2,500.
$1,300 a year.
Oh, okay.
$108 a month.
Wait, Wiggy, you were a little too close. Why do you know that?
Well, because he said that it isn't as much as we thought it was. So I mean, you go there, you got to be able to at least make $100 a month.
Yeah.
I made $10 in my 4 days on there.
Yeah, you did. Yes, you did.
One subscriber.
A little bit of good news, Celtics-wise, I guess. Brad Stevens is not interested. Said this week he's not interested in going anywhere. So whoever the new ownership group is, they will, I guess, have the luxury of having the services of Brad Stevens.
Yes, they'll inherit Brad Stevens. I was not really concerned about that. For people who weren't following, there was some speculation, maybe go back to the sidelines at Indiana, get back into the coaching game. But why would you do that now? Why would you? Unless you had a sense that whoever is going to emerge as the new owner would come in and say, we don't really like the way Brad's doing things, which nobody will say because everyone kind of unanimously agrees that right now he's the best GM in basketball.
Right.
Like,
why maybe he misses it, though.
Ship?
Doesn't mean he might have that itch where he misses the passion. Didn't Pat Riley do that, though?
Yeah, he's also got kids here though who are playing, and he's kind of at the age of a parent where I think he wants to have his.
So maybe when they get older,
I think he probably likes his.
Do you think
here.
Sam Cassell is out?
I'm really nervous about that because his alma mater FSU is talking to him about going and being the head coach there. He hasn't totally ruled it out, but last I checked, he said that it wasn't. And according to Steve Bulpett, said that it wasn't any official communication yet. He would be a huge loss because he does a lot to support that team, to support Joe Mazzulla. I would not like to see Sam Cassell leave mid-season, at least make it back to the finals, and then after that, go take your opportunities.